What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Smeed for Speed video. Thanks for joining. As you guys saw in the last, maybe one of the last videos, I think second to last, it was just basically a video about the shop, and that's where we're in right now, the new shop. And it was that video was about getting it completed, built, done. Okay, now we are on to the last step before we can move the race car home, get everything set up, and start working. Okay, this is very important. So as you can see, the garage is completely empty, okay? There's nothing in here. That's what I did today. I cleaned it all out. There was just random tools and things that I was doing and paint stuff because I just finished all the painting. That's all done, as you can see. So looking real nice. Okay, so the concrete. We are going to put our flooring down, our epoxy coating for this. And let's get right into it. I'll show you what I'm gonna use. So I have purchased the Kilz concrete garage floor paint. This is a one-part epoxy. This is a satin finish in silver gray. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna do 2 coats. That's why I got 2 cans. I'm gonna do 2 coats in the garage. And then after that dries, I'm gonna do the Rustoleum Epoxy shield. This is a 2-part epoxy, as you can see. And this is just a clear. This is a clear coat that will go on top of our gray. So this box says it does up to 500 square feet. So we'll see how that goes. My shop here is just over 500. It's like 570 something. So we'll see how that goes. If I got to use a little bit less of clear, on the edges near the corners, that's fine. I want most of the coverage to be where the vehicles will be and where you're going to be walking and stuff like that. So we're basically needing to just clean the concrete. My concrete has never seen a vehicle. It's never been outside more than a little bit of time when they were still building the structure around it. And nothing's been spilled. There's no oil stains, gas. There's nothing. The only thing that's on the ground here and there is little white things of when he was doing the mud work that dripped. They had paper down, but stuff still gets through sometimes. So what I'm gonna do is I've got my cleaner here, water and Tide powder laundry detergent. Read about it many times, how good it works. We use it on our floors in our house. It's great. You'd be very surprised at how good it cleans. And so we're gonna do that. Instead of me getting my hose in here and just hosing this place off and scrubbing it, I'm gonna do this because then I don't have to wait for the concrete to dry as long because it won't get soaked. So I'm gonna go over it with the soap and water, do the whole thing, and then after I do the whole thing, I will come back with just water and go over that and just pick up any leftover residue of soap or whatever. So I'm just gonna go around right now. I had my vacuum, I vacuumed my seams. There's a bunch of sawdust and all kinds of crap in here, but they are completely cleaned out. I leaf blew the whole thing out. I blew it out with my blower earlier today. So there is nothing on this floor right now. It is pretty clean. So we're gonna go over real quick and get this all cleaned up. So tomorrow morning, it is nighttime right now. Tomorrow morning, this should be completely dry, even after mopping it, enough to start the epoxy. And when we get there, I'll explain that process. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Well, guys, got the floor all clean. We just went over it with our mop and our soap, like I said. I did every square and redid the water on every square. I've got 4, obviously. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back over it with regular water, maybe soak it a little bit, because you can kind of see it's already drying. Like you can see where the dark is and then where the light is, it's already drying. So I'm gonna soak her a little bit, mop her again, but just water only. And then tomorrow we will get up, should be dry. We'll give her a nice leaf blow again, get all the dust out of here if there's any left over. And we're gonna get right into the painting. There is a few little more thingies I gotta go around and scrape off with my razor blade. I'm gonna do that very thoroughly. I'm gonna probably crawl around on the floor and get all those little knickknacks and paint things, whatever the hell they are, off the floor, and then we'll be good to go. So let's get to it. All right, guys, it is the next day, and we have crawled on our hands and knees, scraped all the little paint defects and drips and stuff from doing all that. We vacuumed again, pretty much ready to go. The only thing left that I had to do really was, it's hard to see with the light, but you see my blue tape strip. So basically that tape strip is how I like it. It's right on the outside of the door. So when the garage door closes, there will be the new epoxy on that section of where the actual door is. So that'll be a nice clean line across, just regular concrete on the outside. And we got our roller, our tray, we got our paint. We're just gonna shake that up, pour it in. We're gonna freaking roll it on. There's not much left to do. So let's go ahead and see what happens. I think it's gonna look sweet. I hope it comes out as good as I have been thinking in my head, but yeah, let's find out. All right, so we had to order another box of paint, as I told you guys. We have now received that in the mail. Took another week, which was annoying because we had the first coat down and then we had to wait a week, which put the whole project behind. Super annoying, and that's the gap between this video, 1 week, exactly, about 7 days. So, got another can of the Kilz. We still have 3/4 can of the other one over there. Got a big mess because all this stuff's supposed to be in the garage and it's not organized. That's why we need to finish this. So let's go in here. You saw the time lapse of the first coat going down, and it came out super good, guys. The video does no justice, but you could totally see the difference between the concrete stem wall and the actual floor. So this is one coat of Kilz concrete paint. It's really nice gray color. So we are now going to do a single coat rolled onto this walls. I have a small roller for that. And then we're going to lay the second coat down on the ground. That should get it. And then we will wait 24 hours and we will come back with the 2-part epoxy, clear this bad boy. Then it's 3 days after that to be able to drive on it with a car. 1 day to walk on it and put stuff on it, 3 days for a car. So by this weekend, it's Tuesday right now, by this weekend we should be able to drive the car in here and get everything organized. And then we'll start building everything, all the stuff, get it all organized. We got storage racks, we got workout equipment, we got garage shop stuff, all that good stuff. So not gonna time lapse the second roll on coat because it's the same thing as the first, but we will show you after, and then I will show you the clear coat process. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we just got all the edge done of the garage, like the stem wall. It's still wet, but it looks a hell of a lot better because we had a little bit of paint residue and mud that had flopped down. You know, I scraped it all off, but there was still like white on the concrete. But now, look at that. That looks really nice. So, and then I just swept each square again, and I did the door section. We're gonna put the door down, and we're gonna get started on this. So let's go ahead and put that second coat on and get on it. All right guys, we are on to the next step of the garage coating. So what we got here is we finally got time to, and we had to do that second coat of the paint. We now are on to, we got epoxy shield clear. As you guys saw probably in the previous little clips, I got this. This is the top clear coat that we're gonna do over the Kilz gray concrete paint. So here's how the floor came out with just 2 coats of the Kilz. It looks so good. It looks so freaking good in here. So clean, immaculate, and I love it. And I cannot wait for that shine, because with the LED lights, it's really gonna shine off that floor from what I've heard. And it actually makes it brighter in here. And when you're working on cars, imagine that reflectiveness coming onto the underside of your car. It's gonna be nice. So we are gonna jump right into it. Basically, all this stuff is super easy. You basically have this part A on here, as you can see right there, part A, part B. So you push part A, like you get the bag and you just basically squeeze it, and the pressure opens this up here, and then they mix. And this is the 2-part epoxy. You have 2 different types of epoxy that mix to create that ultra, you know, protective shield. And then I just found like a clear plastic container. If you've got like a gallon bucket, the same thing. Comes with this too. It's got some anti-skid adhesive, and you actually are gonna mix that. You mix this together, pour that in there, mix the anti-skid, and this is basically gonna help the floor not be super slippery if water, any other liquids get on it. You know, if you were to walk on it, especially from outside to inside, whatever. I didn't really want to do it. I think it'll work pretty good, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see how well it actually works, but it comes with it. Might as well just do it. You don't have to do it if you really don't want to. I hope it doesn't take away from that gloss look on it though, but we'll see. So let's get to mixing this together. Put that in there, pour the skid in there, and then mix that, pour it in our tray, and we're gonna get right to rolling it on. And one of these boxes says right here, so it's a 2.5 car, actually it's right here. Where did I see it? Hold on. Right here. So 2.5 car kit covers 450 to 500 square foot over coated garage, 200 to 250 over a bare concrete. So I have a coated surface, so I'm hoping to get upwards of 500. Now my garage is slightly over 500, so we'll see how far we get. I do have a backup box. I bought another one. This stuff ain't cheap. This is like $200 a box. So I'm really hoping to not have to open that, and I can return and get my 200 bucks back. So let's get to it. good. Check this out. Ooh, baby. You can see where I'm not done. I have this little bit of last square, but you can see that shine. Damn. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the light shining off of it. Ooh. That anti-skid stuff kind of gives it a little rough looking to it in real life, but it's still very glossy. Very glossy, you can see. We did have to tap into that second box. That's it right there. We're pouring it in our tray. So let's finish it. Then after, we gotta open the door. We gotta open the door and do that strip that's down at the bottom, because I have a piece of tape right on the outside of the door. So I want my clear under the door, but it literally stops. So you can't see this gray outside the door. So let's finish up. We'll pop the door open and we'll be all done, and we'll open the door fully and get a nice view of the whole thing. Earth to Stella. She's not interested. What do you think of the garage?
This garage?
No, the one that you were yelling in and screaming in.
Oh.
You like the floor?
Yeah, I like to scream in it. I like to do everything.
Bye. We're gonna go look at the new garage now, because we're done and we've completed it and it looks amazing. So it has been probably almost 48 hours since we laid the clear coat down now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check it out and show you guys the final product. It came out very good. There is a few things that I don't like about it, and I will tell you right now. So let's check it out. Just there she is. There is the garage. As you can see, it is very shiny with the reflection of the lights. Stella just helped me pull up all the blue tape on the edge. I did have to use a razor blade in a few spots because it was pulling it up. Yeah, that's why you got to be really careful. Like right here, you can see it kind of pulled some off there, but it's still good. We're good. I don't know if you guys can tell in the video, but you see how it's like bumpy? So we laid down the like anti-skid stuff. So if it gets wet, you will not slip and things will not slip. So it'll help with grip on everything, especially if you lay like a mat down or whatever, that won't slide around. So the big idea on everything is to have all the shop stuff on this side, which will go air compressor, toolbox, workbench, cabinets, all that kind of stuff. Then in the back corner, I have a bunch of workout equipment. Since my car is so short and this is so deep, we have a big square in the back there to work out on. So that's what we're gonna do back there. And then over here on this side, there's not gonna be much on the back wall, just maybe like more space to work out, hang our bikes on the wall and stuff like that. And then this wall over here, we're gonna do the 2 storage racks. And then I have a refrigerator that will go just to the left of the panel. Then obviously we have our side door. And then obviously we have Stella. She just stands there and looks pretty all the time. And then the wife's car will go on this side, race car on this side. And then we do have the attic space up top that we will store all of our other BS in, you know, the holiday stuff and camping equipment and all that crap. So next video is gonna be getting the shop all set up, bringing everything that's over there in that small garage, which you guys have seen before. Don't mind the backyard's a complete mess because everything is everywhere and not where it should be. All the stuff that's in that garage that has to do with working on cars and shop and storage is gonna go in here. That garage is then gonna turn into permanent office space and like computer area. So we're gonna actually get rid of that garage door that's on there, completely wall that off, put new studs and framing in there, put new siding, close it up, and then around the side, on the other side around the back, we're gonna put a sliding glass door to get in there. So that'll be the new entrances on the side. So yeah, that's it. Garage is complete. Took a long time. It probably took 2 weeks to finish it all just because we ran into the problem of the other paint not coming in time and had to order another one and things like that. And then waiting for that to dry and whatever. So anyways, appreciate all you guys watching. Appreciate you, the follows. keep it coming. Let's keep it rolling. Next video is going to be setting up the shop and like everything like I just said. So stay tuned for that one. But until then, peace.